I watched a video about the original Godzilla and its representation of a post-war, post-occupation Japan yesterday, but I don't remember much of it.
Well, quick topic: Godzilla. McWizWam Celtic Druid again.
Once more. I mean, I had to trek here all over again. It was. I mean, I just happened to be wearing the same clothes and sitting in the same position, but it was like this huge journey. It was pretty remarkable. So Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Yes. Quite the film monster.
Yeah. Well, he was only King of the Monsters in the American version because they didn't want it to be as much of an allegory for a post-war Japan as it was, as it was meant to be. They also, edited out like the Japanese main character, replaced him with an American character, and basically ruined the story.
Yeah. They've made some interesting films. I mean, the original Japanese 1954 one was, even though they technically remade it in the Shin Godzilla for 2016.
Not really. It wasn't. It was
remade to the level of like they've never seen Godzilla before.
Yeah. They started again. They've done that I think a few times over the years.
It's still meant to be kind of an allegory for post-nuclear, also the earthquakes and stuff like that have happened.
The Shin Godzilla, which is the latest film, it's having a go at the Japanese bureaucracy. Yeah. Which is, as you see, if you've seen the film, it's very rigid, and it's all about like you have to have a meeting for everything, and everything has to be decided. Yeah. But it's also a lot of the imagery is more to do with obviously the Nagasaki and Hiroshima nuclear bombs, but also to do with, if you look at the shots of the city after Godzilla shoots his flames, it's more evocative of the fire bombing which happened in other cities where they just, because they're mostly wood at that time, they would just burn to the ground without like nukes. It was just fire, and it's more to do with that than directly with the nuclear bombs.
So it's interesting that that it's interesting that most of these Godzilla films have. Well, it's not just about monsters. It's not. It's not most of them. It's the latest one and the very early ones. But in the middle, where it became a franchise, it did. What are they called? Kaiju or something?
Kaiju is the name of the genre. So when they went from I can't remember. There was a word for the type of film it was when it was first released. Was that type of film? But there's when they went into Kaiju, where it was Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, King Kong, all of those ones, it was far less about the context of Japanese culture, post-war, post-occupation and all that. It was just, we can make money from showing these guys in rubber suits fight each other with lasers and stuff.
And I've seen people talk about how the continuity of the series works, and like...
Oh, it doesn't.
It doesn't to a level of, someone speculated that like, you have the first film, and then every other film is spread around that, but like they're all connected to the first film in one way or another, but like they're not connected to each other unless they're a direct sequel.
Yeah, it's very weird.
I kind of like that idea in a way, because you get to do all kinds of stuff, but like I've even got, destroy all monsters here, and like this film literally has... It has Godzilla, Mothra, Anguirus.
That's from like 2001, isn't it?
No, maybe yes. It's hard to say. I can't exactly see a date on this.
There was one film that Toho made around 2000 where it was...
68. This is 68.
Also, that's... What am I thinking? I'm thinking of one...
There is Final War that came out.
That's probably the one I'm thinking of, where Zilla from the American film
for the
gets killed by the original Godzilla in Sydney Harbour.
That one was, that's quite a film itself. I mean, even then you've got the American versions of Godzilla, and the 1988 one was absolute crap.
Oh,
and
so bad.
The new one, the 2014 one was...
Godzilla itself was like really good. Everything else about the film was kind of terrible. I don't know. The first like 20 minutes with Bryan Cranston,
that was
real good. And then you got Quicksilver as the main character, and Scarlet Witch as his wife.
That's sad.
I mean, hey, that happens in one of the comics though.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they were such bad characters. You did not care about them. Why couldn't Bryan Cranston have been the protagonist?
I don't know. I think they just use him as a selling point in this.
Yeah, pretty much.
But they expanded it so much that like they've got Godzilla, then you got King Kong,
which looks much better, if I'm honest.
It looks much better, yes, and I hope it's better. I'm gonna watch because I watched the original King Kong, all kinds of stuff and whatever. But now they're gonna. I think the next Godzilla film is Godzilla and Mothra, which they teased in the Godzilla film.
Did they?
Yeah, because they had back in the original scene when they went back to it. They went back to their old house. They had a container which had saying Mothra on it. So obviously, like they had a moth which had been.
Thing is, I think it's Legendary Pictures. They own the rights to Godzilla, King Kong, and Pacific Rim.
Yeah, so they're gonna the film after Godzilla versus Mothra will be Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yeah.
And I'm really keen on that.
Yeah, I mean King Kong. They made King Kong so much bigger than he was in the original.
So it's ridiculous, but yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Godzilla will probably keep thriving, and it's awesome and stupid at the same time.
Godzilla was such a good sort of reboot on Toho's end.
It really was. I'm keen for the next
If you haven't seen it, you need to see Shin Godzilla. It is really excellent.
And if you want more details on Godzilla, I advise watching Cinemassacre. They do a lot of Godzilla talks. So this has been Quick Topic Godzilla with Celtic Druid and McWizWam. Adios. Godzilla.
Godzilla.